Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is I, your boy, OGBigSam, coming to you on this beautiful Monday. We got a couple of quick topics. We're gonna get into some things, and what I'm saying, discuss the state of affairs in the sports world as it pertains to these United States, as it pertains to the Atlanta Falcons defense. Um, of course, we bad news, coming from our game. We're gonna touch into that, and get into that and everything. Just jumping off the week. Um, yeah, I'm quite sure most of you all have seen the personnel moves and groupings and things, um, and whatnot. Hey, we got we got news. We got news. You know what I'm saying? We got news. You know, um, as most everybody know, the United States men's basketball team slap gold. We slap gold, regardless of what the old heads will have you believe. Um, we won gold. Um, LeBron got the MVP, rightfully so. Um, even with the heroics of one Steph Curry over the last two games, the semifinals and the middle game. Like in their little video short, is Steph and Ant Man, and what did Ant Man say? This man showed up 3 days ago and saved the day. Prior to that, what I'm saying, during the trials, Steve Kerr was talking about, what I'm saying, Chef's struggles and him trying to find his shot and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Steph, what I'm saying, he struggled for the most part, other than these last two games. He struggled. He did. He was in a little shooter slump, you know. But he came through in the last two games and did what what I'm saying, Steph Curry does when his shot is on. Um, but uh, but rightfully so, LeBron is the MVP of these here Olympic Games on his basketball team. He led the team in all categories for the most part. He did whatever it would need to be done in practice or in game. You know, if he had to be a facilitator, I mean, LeBron was LeBron. You know what I'm saying? LeBron was LeBron. Averaging, 15 points, what, 5, 6, 7 boards, what, the 8, 9 assists, a block and a steal. Come on now. Come on. Come on. You know, and to beat Jokic, the MVP, to beat him, to beat him 3 times, you know, and deal with adverse situations and with France on their home floor in that fashion, you know. But I mean, hey, I guess when it comes to anything, LeBron, a win is not just a win, huh? You know, this team held off the ogres at the door at the international basketball gate to get gold, to keep gold. You know, it was closing the door on a particular chapter for one guy. You know what I'm saying? Setting some standards and records for another and the other two, and you know what I'm saying, and being the standard bearer, flag bearer Sorry about that. Technical difficulties for some particular reason. But you know what I'm saying? Hollering at everybody in the chat, Mucho, um, Sonya, how you doing this morning, sweetie? Hey Christy, how's it going, dog? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, all in all, you know what I'm saying, US brought it home. You know, we did what we had to do to get the dub in every sense and form and facet. Um, the NBA Big Three, if you will, did it Hall of Famer style. You know what I'm saying? And if you're calling anything less than that, you know, then your expectations are just unrealistic, and you're a hater. And that just is what it is on that. You know. Um, so you know, we're gonna jump on over to what seems to be, you know what I'm saying, going around as the bad news, if you will. It seemed that we've lost both Helms and Trice for the year. Um, and what I think if I'm hearing this correctly, we're holding a personal meeting or workout or something to that effect with Justin Simmons. That seems to be the smoke that's going around right now as we speak. Um, I'm not sure if it's founded or substantiated, or you know what I'm saying, or it's fake news, but that's what I'm hearing right now. That you know what I'm saying, the Dirty Birds are interviewing or working out Justin Simmons. So which means if that is factual, you know, Terry Terry's being Terry. And it also, especially if it is the case, I just wanted to, just to put some significance on it. I mean, if this move is in the works and this is actually going down, this to me it just shows the sense of urgency and the due diligence and what the mission is. What I'm saying? If we're doing this and if we pull this off and it not hurt us financially and low risk, high reward type of thing, then I mean, I'm just saying, this just it solidifies, what understanding the mission means, in this particular aspect, what I'm saying, concerning the Atlanta Falcons. Um, because outside of the injuries, looking at how the defense in itself played, what I'm saying, it feels. I mean, if we get pressure just on base, just off of base. I mean, and it's not an aberration in that, and that's what's really going on with this defense. Do you understand what that means? If we can get pressure, we can get upfield, we can move the line of scrimmage into the offensive backfield. You know what I'm saying? Without a blitz. You know what I'm saying? Set up consistently. Mm, 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 mm. But say Christian said trying to get this work day over with already. Yeah, yeah. Hey auntie, how you doing? How you doing? Are you in Baltimore already, or you just laying over and waiting for the next flight? What you doing with it? You know how you do. Um, while we talking about this defense, um, a lot can as far as information goes, because y'all heard me say that this was a fact finding, what I'm saying, mission with this game. Now, what came out of this game, especially defensively, Hamilton Jr. and King showed up, and did a lot and showed a lot. Bertrand did a lot and showed a lot. He jumped off the screen as well. As far as the defense goes, and I believe that those things are going to continue to happen, and they're going to raise dividends. Now we signed Paddocks, Trice is on the IR, and another guy's on the IR as far as personnel moves went for the day. But I don't think that we're necessarily going to make outside of this Justin Simmons thing, if it comes to fruition. I think we have enough depth on defense to move forward, to go forward. You know what I'm saying, and not be in panic mode. Um, Up front, as far as up front is concerned, I think bringing in another safety made sense because of losing Helms, who I think was going to be a big piece on this defense, in this scheme setup, as it were. But hey, we're getting safe for the next phase, and we're which is Baltimore. When you really start to get in and synthesize and put things in order, what I'm saying, getting ready for week 1 against Pittsburgh. What I'm saying. So that's the significance of what what I'm saying. Preseason game number 2 right here, this particular junction signifies. But we're also going to be looking at what's going to be on the cuts, which I think that if I'm not mistaken, we should have some cuts this week. But I know major cuts will be after this game with Baltimore. Setting things in order, setting things, what I'm saying, in place. I I expect to see more from the defense as we're gearing close to week one against Pittsburgh. But what I'm seeing is, and we're starting to structure. I mean, we're getting pressure from the base, from our base packages, and if we're able to do that consistently, going forward, this is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. You know, I'm wondering if we're going to see any of the ones at all in either one of these two games. Getting into, what I'm saying, regular season mode. What I'm saying, getting set for Pittsburgh. Especially on the opposite side of the ball. I would stand. It would stand the reason to me in my mind that it would, you know, just getting a half in, and shaking the rust off and being ready, what I'm saying, and not be coming off to slow starts and being rested starts and making mistakes and whatnot, things of that nature. But I mean, it's it's gonna fall itself out, and I think we're gonna see this going forward. Um, you know, yes, please, yes, hit the like button for me. Like, share, and subscribe. Yes, let's get these numbers moving, please. I need 46 to get to 200 subs. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we're gearing into, what I'm saying, the season. So it's gonna get amped. It's gonna get hyped. Things are gonna happen, and all of that. Content abound. What I'm saying, subjects abound, topics abound. You know how we do, how we report, how we do, how we analyze. What I'm saying. We just you know, sh- shaking the tail feather, if you will. What I'm saying, of getting in season mode and get seasonable ready, get research ready. What I'm saying, at this particular point. You know, um, but hey, my take from preseason game one was more defensively minded in seeing how the scheme is structured and what we're looking like to be gearing to doing. And like I said, if we're able to get pressure from our base, what I'm saying, from our base front, that's gonna yield big dividends. You know, um, what I'm saying, with that little bit right there, and I'm hoping that, like, in preseason game three, you know, we get to see it's a little niche here, or a little, an adjustment there. What I'm saying, just to see what, you get a good glimpse of what the season's gonna be like. With the ones. Um, but all in all, other than the injuries, I wasn't too distraught over what I was seeing. Besides number 41, um, Mr. Dennis. Um, besides him, but we were aggressive. We got our hands on balls. We got defense. We created turnovers. You know what I'm saying? Um, and which is a good thing going forward, because when you're creating havoc and creating turnovers, and creating pressure, you know, things happen. Good things happen for the unit. Good things happen for the team. You know, and I'm hoping that we get T1000 on the field this week. That's what I'm hoping as well too. Him, and I know we probably won't get Grady on the field, but I'm excited. I'm excited because you could see the blueprint, you could see the architecture, you could see the plan, you could see the mission in the defense. You know, you know. um, and that's pretty much about it. You know what I'm saying? Coming from the weekend, hey, you know what I'm saying? Looking in at the future Hall of Famers on the USA team. You know what I'm saying? Bringing home gold. Um, Giving my thoughts on what on this defense and what I saw from the youngsters and what I saw, what I'm saying, for what we were doing in practice, what was being said, that was being seen in practice, it actually translated to the field. Um, it's a grand. I think we're on the right road. We're in the right part of the process. You know, it's a better feeling than what it was from at this point in time on last off season. You know what I mean? Um, And you're right, Auntie. I was actually about to mention that. Yeah, on the Fitzpatrick signing. The Fitzpatrick signing. He made some good blocks. He had a good catch. He did a few good things. He's out there moving around. Tight end room. It's going. Looks like it's going to be in good fashion, good order. I look to see, a more of an assertiveness in an attempt to get the run game going in this next game coming up. That's probably about the only negative takeaway that should come from this game. That we didn't run the ball particularly well in this game, in this past game. But you know, for what they were trying to do with Penix, it was part for the course. But I figured that we're probably going to try to do more of that, but also make an assertive effort to run the ball as well. Um, and again, still all eyes on the receiving room. Still, uh, Casey looking good. You know what I'm saying? Ray looking good. You know, I want to, let them, Blair get some more targets. It's, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not gonna hold it against him on that fumble. I mean, that was a good defensive technique and tackle on that. It happened. Those things happen. You know what I'm saying? And I think, what I'm saying, the receiver position, what I'm saying, receiver 2, 3, 4 battle is gonna, be exciting. Um, I'm excited to see Bertrand again. What I'm saying, Captain America, if you will. Um, he jumped off the field. When I went back and looked at that game, he jumped off the screen. When you're looking at a guy and you're looking for something and you see him, making a play that jumps off the screen. He did that a few times in that game, and I like what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling from that young man. Um, but hey, like I said, we're in a good position. We're in a good part of the process right here, you know. And let me see. So they say y'all see ESPN showing Penix. Look, yeah, of course, because look, dude, don't get distracted by that. They're gonna do that. They're gonna push that spin machine, and they think they're gonna be talking about, well, maybe he should start, and try to kick that old we wasted money on Dirty Kurt, what I'm saying, thing like they did, what I'm saying, when everything went down with the draft, look, yeah, he's getting a little love, he's getting some praise, he's getting some, what I'm saying, some film breakdown, what I'm saying, the film breakdowns, what I'm saying, yeah. But at them, at the ends being headquarters behind the cameras, I'm not even digging into anything they talking about, you know. But that's just me. That's just me on that right there. You know what I'm saying? The young man at receiver, Casey Washington, I believe. Um, I think he's gonna be all right. I think he's gonna be all right. He was making some plays. He was making some attempts. He was aggressive at it. You know what I'm saying? I think those drops and misses are gonna turn into catches and yards after the catch. Um, I like the intent that I see out of that young man. I like Blair as well. I like Blair as well. So I mean, it's gonna be good to see. And what I'm saying, and watching the two kids, saying in the backfield, you know, Washington Jr. If I'm saying that right, and the other boy from Alabama. We're it's making for some good theater in these position battles. Um, and we have some good things to look forward to. You know, and hey, go Dirty Birds. Going through the process. You know what I'm saying, and doing their due diligence. You know what I'm saying. Shout out to Terry. Being on it. Shout out to Rob. And his coaching staff. And I like what I saw from the coach staff in this game as well, in the way they operated. You know what I'm saying, and amongst each other, as well. There was a whole lot of positives to take from this game. From preseason one, it's a whole lot to take. What I'm saying, it gives us a lot to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're going to expound more on the quarterback position and the head coach on Wednesday with the coach and the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Segment on the Wicked Wins Sports Tea on Wednesday. Tune into that. You know what I'm saying? It coming up in the falls of this week as we the Unholy Alliance. You know what I'm saying? And AFN Mad Mike Network. Gives it to y'all as this season gets closer and closer. So that's pretty much it. What I'm saying, on my information on my end and what I want to give for what I'm saying, this take on Mad Monday to start. What I'm saying, in the process of getting to the season. It's your boy, OGBigSam, man. You know what I'm saying? It start the Monday. We know it's Monday. A lot of people got the Monday blues, but hey, maybe some good sports, what I'm saying, talking entertainment to start today, helps to get you going. You know what I'm saying? So hey, what I'm saying, let's keep it, hey man, let's keep it dirty. You know what I'm saying? And let's keep it real with yourself. Most importantly, keep it real with yourself. Make your next choice your best choice, man. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy, OGBigSam, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Dirty Red himself, ATL born, ATL bred, you know what I'm saying, life led. Let God lead you wherever you go. OG out.